Excuse me. Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Jack and I are out here doing one cast today. It's Sunday, the 26th of January. It's a pretty still day, not a lot of wind, no generation. They ran a little bit this morning. We just had a tournament yesterday. We had about 42 teams. The water was off all day. It was sunny and calm. And the big fish just didn't show up. We had one big fish, 4.5 pounds. There was a few fish in the 2-pound range. And these are guys that fish a lot of my tournaments. They fish here a lot. They're very good fishermen. And it was tough. I think a lot of people caught fish, but just no size. I don't think that speaks to the population of the fish. I just think it was the conditions more than anything. But I got to thinking, what do the bigger fish, bigger trout in this lake eat mainly? I know they eat scuds. That's a big part of it. But both rainbows and browns, especially browns, are more predators. They'll eat other trout. They eat sculpin and other forage fish in the lake. But sculpin are probably the thing that's targeted most by big fish, I believe. And jigs, if you work a jig correctly, close to the bottom, that will imitate a sculpin. But, we developed these sculpin football jigs just for that reason. And I don't know if anybody fished these yesterday or not, but that's what I'm going to do today. This one's, I threw it around off the dock. This is a golden variant, 1/4 ounce, 6-pound line. And I've got one that's black, 1/4 ounce on another rod. And what I think I'm going to do today, instead of just, because I'm planning on fishing for an hour before the football game start, and I'm going to throw these. I don't expect to get a lot of bites. I might surprise myself. So, I'm going to edit quite a bit of today's one cast because I think there's going to be a lot of casting and a lot of retrieving, and probably going to lose some jigs. And I've got 3 3/4 ounce with me. So once they're gone, I've got to go to a 3 32nd ounce, which I'll do, but I won't fish this deep water. The 1/4 ounce, I feel like I can work deep water and work it correctly, because I need to keep it close to the bottom where the sculpins live. And I need to work it real slow, pausing a lot. And because that's what sculpin do. They sit in one place a lot, and then they'll move quickly, usually, from one spot to another, and then they sit back down and they don't move. So that's how I'm going to work it. Whether I catch anything, I don't know. But, ooh, about threw that one on the bank. I'm going to work the bank, and I'm going to work out in the middle. Oh my gosh. And let's see, this is probably going to happen a lot. These are not weedless. They're supposed to run upside down where they're not supposed to get snagged up quite as much as they should. Yeah, I've got a log right here that I'm stuck on. Perfect. Let's see, that's the kind of log that sculpin will live under. So, you know, that's their habitat. I might just fish the middle part of the lake. I've got to also identify, I think, you know, where browns live. Oh my gosh. This might be a real short video. I haven't fished these 1/4 ounce very much. All right. Not sure what that was stuck on. They get stuck on the rocks, they get stuck on the logs and sticks and all kinds of stuff. Rainbows will hit these too, but in my experience of fishing live sculpins, catch mainly browns, which I don't fish live sculpins anymore. I used to, long, long time ago. So what I'm going to be looking for, I think, is a tap or a kind of a flick in the slack line between my rod tip and the surface of the water. You need a pretty stiff rod. Line size, I don't think makes a lot of difference. I think 8-pound might be the limit as far as the size. I think 6-pound is plenty for what I'm doing, but 4 pounds a little bit light for using a 1/4 ounce jig. Between 6 and 8 should be about right. This is a lot different. I think it's because it's got more rabbit. So I just switched to a black. This one I just tied up, and it's got a lot more rabbit strip around the body. It's a lot fatter. I did that on purpose. This is black with a gold variant. And I've thrown it once, and I can tell a big difference in the way it's moving across the bottom. I think the extra rabbit material is making it more buoyant. So it's sliding it across the bottom a little bit easier. I like it better. I just don't know if I'm gonna get it more. I didn't get any bites on the variant, the gold variant. Oh, that was a good bite. Wow. Now what I should have done is dropped it instead of reeled it in. But man, that, whatever picked that up, chomped on it really hard. Man. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for, bites. Cool. That actually really surprised me, how hard that was. I'm not sure on that one. It felt like it got stuck, but then it felt like it was swimming at the same time. If I were to fish this all day in an 8-hour tournament, if I got one bite, or one fish, one good bite, one hookup an hour, I think you could do really good in the tournament. And you know, that's you're wanting, you know, 8 good fish, 2 people. Of course, any rainbow you catch down here below Fall Creek you can keep. You could catch all sublegal browns, which I understand there are quite a few browns caught yesterday that were less than 20. We didn't have any legal browns brought in to be weighed yesterday. I'm doing really good on not losing my jigs. It's almost 2 o'clock. So I've been out here about 45 minutes. And I've got the one really good bite. I'm gonna fish the rest of this, what we call the slides, the slide. That's where all these trees and ground slid into the water below Fall Creek off the bluff. I'm sure that's some habitat in there for sculpin and whatever else could be in there. kind of stuck with this black since I got the one bite on it. And I'm going to tie up some other colors and make them real fat, because I sure like how this works. That gold variant that I have is just, there's not much material on it, and I don't like it quite as much. Sculpins are fat little dudes, especially their heads. One thing about it, every time I gotten snagged, I've gotten it out pretty easy. You just got to go past where it's snagged, and I'm gonna jerk a little bit out. I was just caught on some pondweed there. I'm not pulling real close to those trees because I know I'll get snagged. Okay, a couple more casts. Here, got it. Last cast. Come off. Come on. There, come off. Okay. All right, well, I still think that this could be really deadly once you figure out color, location, and retrieve. I mean, you're fishing for big fish. So most of the time when you fish for big fish, you're not going to get a lot of bites. But I think this is going to work. Just have to put a little more time in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.